Hey guys, welcome to Starcraft. This is DreadbaneSC, joined by SephyreSC. Now we've got our resident Terran expert JT joining us for this game also, so we'll hear more about him in a second. But Seth, I know you're really pumped about this game. It's on Steps of War. What are we going to see?
Well, we're going to see some StarCraft. I'm so super pumped. I'm actually chained to my desk and almost falling asleep here, but Dreadbane won't let me stop casting. So yeah, looking forward to a great game, guys. So if this one's a little bit crazy, it's because I need sleep, but Dreadbane is like, yeah, we're going to cast a game. So this is what's happening. Alright, we're seeing Steps of War here, so I'd imagine we're going to see a pretty solid Terran wall. And TVP is an interesting matchup. We haven't cast enough TVP lately, so we are seeing this probe move out, and he's running past the Ursadak calf. Thank you very much, Ursadak calf, for keeping me awake. So now we're seeing this probe move out, and I'm probably going to think about interrupting this wall in. So yeah, looking forward to a good game, and hopefully I can stay awake.
Now, JT, you're going to have to help out Seth here, because he is feeling a bit tired. Now, what are the chances I can see like a proxy barracks or maybe a proxy pylon? Because I really want to. I love the proxy pylon from Protoss, but man, I've seen some crazy some proxy barracks. So, what do you have to say about the Terran player?
Well, he's getting his walling up. He's scouting across as well to see what's happening, and he's actually pulled an SCV off his mineral line to go check where that probe was in his base, which is good. And for a second there, I thought he had forgotten about it, and we could have seen some proxy action from the Protoss there, but probably not going to happen now. Oh, wait, nope, pylon down. So it's going to be a bit of cheese.
It's a. It looks like a good one so far.
See it.
Because we've actually got a forge going down for the Protoss player, so we're going to see a lot of early units from the Protoss player. He's, I'm sure he's actually, if he cannons this game, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. So we'll have to see. Seth, how are you going?
I'm praying for a cannon rush, and I got my wish. We are seeing these probes being pulled off the line here to try and interrupt this cannon rush. This is going to be interesting to see whether Cacau can hold out here. He's throwing down another pylon. SCVs should be able to take out this first cannon. They're going to need to take out the probe, though. They're leaving this second cannon get up. They really shouldn't let this cannon get up. What Monster needs to do is split off half his SCVs, which he is doing, and he needs to continue the chase for the probe. The problem is to get the probe down here. He has his walling not finished either, so another probe could come in while these cannons are going down. The positioning on this cannon rush is not too bad, and this is something new players are going to have to deal with quite a lot. So this is kind of good to see this kind of replay, because this is kind of the stuff that you're going to need to be doing. We are seeing these SCVs trying to counter this cannon rush here. The first group of SCVs took the first one out, and very nice play by Monster. He's realizing this harassment is constant and pulling half his SCVs to go back to mining while he has his SCV hit squad mopping up these cannons here. This probe is really going to work, and he's not really committing to harassment here. He's just going all out on this cannon rush here. So these two cannons going up the Marines, sniping the probe, super important. I really like the reaction time of Monster here. He's reacting to this cannon rush really well. We're seeing this closest to the reactor cannon go down, and now we're seeing the Marines go to work on the last cannon, so that's cancelled. This cannon rush should be completely negated. Now Cacau's reacting accordingly and throwing down two gateways and not cannoning in. Now we are seeing the ramp cannon go in. So absolutely great play there by Monster. Great reaction time. Didn't panic with all his SCVs. Didn't lose too much. Split his SCVs up really nicely. So yeah, like that play by Monster there. Good reaction time. I like the audacity of Cacau, and with the release around the corner, this is the kind of cheese that new players are going to see. A lot of this really early cannoning. I don't like the positioning. If you're going to do a cannon rush, you really need to hide it a little bit out of the way. Use these wings of this map a little bit more. Not somewhere where reactors and roaming SCVs are going to pick it up. But no, Monster reacted accordingly, kept track of that probe in his base, tracked it down, got on top of this cannon rush. So yeah, really great play by Monster so far.
Monster actually decided to build a bunker right next to the Nexus. Now, I'm not sure what he was going to fill it in. He's actually going to get a Marine in here, possibly. This could be really bad for Cacau. I can't believe he got a Marine through that wall. There's nothing really to defend it. There's only the... there's actually the two photon cannons. So, the one Marine did get in there, so he's actually going to open fire on these probes. Going to do some damage. There are no units out for Cacau, though. So far, it's just this lone Marine hanging out in this bunker, deep in enemy territory, just kind of maybe causing some harassment. Really, he can't get any buddies to him because he now has a fortified wall full of photon cannons, and I mean, Cacau's really in for the long haul. This Marine, though, really earning his paycheck. He just keeps going. He's like the Energizer Bunny of Marines. He's gonna actually get taken out by these probes. It's a brutal death. He did his job, but yeah, it was very interesting play by Monster. Now, JT, fill us in on what the Terran player's actually been doing. Meanwhile, that's been happening.
Well, he's just now getting his factory down. He's making sure to mop up the pylons in his base, because the last thing you want is zealots teleporting into the middle of your base from warp gates. But he's still only off 1 Rax, which is quite amazing at this stage in the game. He's banking quite a few minerals. He's fortifying his wall now with another bunker. But I can't believe in all this time he hasn't thrown down at least 1 or 2 more Raxes. As I said, he's only just now getting his factory. He's at least got 2 gas, so maybe he's trying to transition into a more Terran metal type build. But if he is, he's done it a little slowly, unfortunately.
I'd like to see mass siege tanks, just mass, not even siege tech, just mass siege tanks. We'll see how it works. Now, Seph, are you still with us?
I'm still mildly awake. Yeah, no, I like the way Cacau's transitioned out of this. I mean, it was a very, very sneaky and very, very effective marine run-by into a bunker throw down there. So he was able to get a bit of harassment die and deny one of these mineral patches. So I like that reply from Monster. He really needs to spend his mineral surplus, which he is doing now. He is getting that CC, which he'll float out. So, you know, Monster's position's quite strong. He's happy to, you know, macro up a bit more, and like he's not really interested in messing with this ridiculous wall here. I mean, this wall is just so insane for Cacau. It's going to be really, really tough for Monster to think about getting through until he gets a heavy meta build and gets siege tanks out, or he could think about M&M dropping with medevacs and getting him out of position. But we are seeing this robotics facility go for Cacau. Obviously, he had a contingency plan if the cannon all-in didn't work, and Monster reacted so well to that, and he even retaliated on his own. So I like the play from both players. I mean, I don't like cheese myself. I don't condone cannon rushing, but you know, to mix it up sometimes it is quite humorous to watch. So you know, not a bad play there by Cacau. I do like the way he's transitioned out of it, though. He's thrown up 3 gates, put in his huge wall in, so even if he was to be attacked, and yeah, now we are seeing the scan go down from Monster, so he is seeing what's there. So if Cacau was counted heavily, his defensive position is just so fantastic right now. I would like to see him bringing on warp gates, though. So now he is bringing those warp gates online, so we are going to see something that I'm thinking he's going to throw down a Robo Bay and think about Colossi, but I'm not sure how well Colossi are going to go against this tech transition we're seeing here, and the siege tanks are out, and they do have siege tank research. So, and we are seeing a Raven come out actually, so this should be interesting from what Monster's planning to do, who just seems to be playing solid, not interested in pushing out, just seems to be sticking to his game plan after he got turbo rushed with cannons.
Now, JT, what is the theory behind this Raven? Why the Raven? Why not a Banshee?
I don't know. Banshee you could do some harass with. For this, I guess he'd be using the point defense drone. I think it blocks stalkers, but I don't think it's useful against the sentries that are going to be coming at him from the Protoss. So I can't see a whole lot of use for it. Perhaps he was worried about some DTs or something, because he doesn't have an eBay down, so at least he's got detection in the Raven, but all in all, I'm a little confused by it, to be honest.
It's a curious decision. Maybe Monster will teach us a thing or two about what to do with a Raven against Protoss. Now, the Zealots are moving across the field, joining their Sentry brothers in the middle now, so we might see a push out from Cacau here. Now, the Warp Prism are flying over the head, empty, of course, at the moment. Maybe going to get filled up. Kind of just happy to actually cruise by without anything, so maybe doing some scouting with this Warp Prism. We'll have to see. He's just going to keep going. As far as the income goes though,